Hello, this is Brian again. Got the sunscreen on, almost forgot again. Bad habits. So I'm off trail again. I branched off of the dirt road, which is somewhere over beyond these trees. Can only come up a short way. Found a little place here to rest my backpack so I could dig out the SPF. So I'm all lathered up now. And since I have very short hair now, I even rubbed some on my head because my hair is very short. It's been a while since I've given myself a haircut, so this is that time. Now, so what I'm kind of doing is just following this. I'm looking for specific landmarks, so when if I decide to bail out or if I fully finish everything and return back, I'll know where the heck I am. I could also use, if I find the peak, I could also use a dirt road. There's a dirt road that goes near the peak too. I could use that to navigate back. But in case it doesn't work out that way, got some landmarks here. Got a multi-trunked white fir thicket there. You can't see it very well here because the angle I am, but this is a very strongly leaning white fir here. Another multi-thicket white fir here, and a forked white fir over here. Actually, this is quite a neat looking tree. Kind of forks. You can see the fork in the leaders. It's actually a beautiful, beautiful sight. So that will definitely stick out like a sore thumb. If I see that, I know I'm on my way back. So that's why I'm paying attention to my landmarks as I go up. Because, again, I am going off trail. I mean, I could follow that dirt road. That dirt road should lead towards it. But I don't want to get passed by Jeeps and get dust kicked up all over me. Felt bad when I was the one driving along the dirt road, and just like every other Jeep, I'm kicking up dust too. So I guess what I'll do is I'm going to keep roughly following this this slope or this drainage area. The very gentle sloping area. Again, like I was talking about on the top of that ridge where those small rocks were and that one sharp boulder was. It's very gentle terrain. But since I'm not used to the elevation yet this year, going uphill later on when I'm tired will definitely feel a little tedious. But thankfully it's not steep. There's no steep terrain around here really. Especially for cross-country standards, this is pretty mellow. I guess what I could do make it up here. I don't think I'm definitely not far enough. Can't be far enough. So it looked like that ridge was off in the distance. But it should be roughly in this direction. Can't see Sugarloaf Mountain from here. So can't use that right now. Once I get to the ridge, it might open up a little bit. If you're a fir tree fanatic like I am, fanatic of every tree, basically. If you're a fir tree fanatic, you'll really love all the white firs up here. It's definitely making for an interesting adventure. Thank God it's not a lot of bushwhacking. Might have a little wading here and there, but this isn't that bad. One thing's for certain, this is a sublimely beautiful area. I definitely can hear civilization because I can hear occasional cars or SUVs, and every now and then I'll hear somebody's voice off in the distance. So that's another thing I got going for me. If I miss the mark and completely miss the peak, you know what? As long as I can hear the occasional four-wheel drive coming by, even if it's off in the distance, I'll be able to tell where it's coming from. And I'll be able to get back. One type of cross-country hiking I really don't do is when you're going off trail for several miles. That I haven't got up to that level yet. Maybe one of these days, but tell you one thing, just getting this far away from the road, it's just peaceful. I don't hear people yelling and stuff. And I find it very mellow up here. Wow. There's a beautiful white fir right there. Yeah. Anybody who knows my narrative style, it's not really, well, it's partially narrative and partially out there, like talking about this and talking about that. But if you don't know my narrative style, I talk a lot about the trees because I love being around them. Surprised there's not a lot of sugar pine around here. I only saw one sapling and one real gnarly one near the road when I was first going up. Not a lot of sugar pine around here. There's a nice sized Jeffrey pine right here. Beauty. All right. Probably should be heading up to the ridge. I see it looks like it's going to become more of a bushwhack over there. Even if I don't make it to the peak, all's not lost. Sometimes you just got to have that frame of mind. There's certain ways in life where I can be quite a pessimist and negative thinker, but when it comes to our beautiful mountains, being out here doing what I want to do, I feel it's good to have a positive frame of mind. Even if the going gets tough, like that last one, hiking up that hill at the end of my Cedar Canyon Peak 6703 hike in the San Gabriels 2 weeks ago. One thing is for certain, it's hard to feel negative here. I know I was dreading that climb back up, and yeah, it was work. It was a pain. But waded through, had a bushwhack through some white fir saplings, duck under some logs that fell. All in all, it does help. Whew. Here, helicopter. Search and rescue. Here's another landmark. A blazed tree. Probably a lightning strike. Yeah, there's a helicopter. I wonder if it's SAR, search and rescue. It's hard to tell. Of course, it's flying really close to where the sun is in the sky, so I ain't gonna try to look up at it. Oh no, it's too high up. Do get a lot of air traffic over the San Bernardino mountains. A lot over the San Gabriels. I'll be hiking out in the middle of the wilderness, Pleasant View Ridge, or whatever wilderness I'm in at the time. You'll hear lots of planes flying in the air. That never bothered me. Honestly, I've always liked planes, especially so when I was a kid. Used to want to fly. Never did though. Never got my pilot's license is what I mean. I've been up in jets, you know, flying to back east out here. Been on jets a few times. Been in those small single engine planes. My parents would take me, as when I was living in San Diego, growing up as a child, would take me to Montgomery Field Airport in San Diego on Arrow Drive. Not that far from the Serra Mesa area, I believe. And not that far from Claremont, where I grew up. Claremont. Not to be confused with the city in LA County. This Claremont's a neighborhood east of La Jolla in San Diego. They used to take me to the airport, and these pilots would take us up in planes. What was it, like the Cessna 172s? I think I've been in a Beechcraft, the one with the weird tail, the forked tail on it. I don't know how much those are used anymore, but I know Cessnas are still used. Those planes with the angular struts that hold the wings up, because the wings are on top of the craft. I have good memories of that. So whenever I hear planes flying overhead, it brings back good memories for me. Well, getting top of the near, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm slurring like crazy. I'm getting near the top of another point here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to power down, head over that way, which looks like the highest, and I'll check in pretty soon and see what the scene's like over here.